go. Happy Friday. It is the day after Christmas.
Hello.
The second day of Christmas for some of you. And yeah, man, I hope everyone had a fantastic holiday. For us, we kind of just celebrate all the way through the new year. So it's popping this week. This is that weird week where you don't know what day it is or what time it is. And you're just
Christmas
really
hangover, the
confused.
post-Christmas hangover.
You wake up and I don't know, man. It's just a weird week. Yeah, basically, it's like a fog. You guys feel that? Roll Tide. Look at everybody already in here.
Yeah,
Don't expect a big show tonight. We usually don't do shows on Friday night, but that's okay.
Jay Bake in the house. BD James, what's up, dude? Kayla's in.
There we
Pull
go.
the mic. Damn the jungle.
Gatesman, what's up? Tell me what you got for Christmas, chat. I want to hear it. I want to hear all those Bama gifts. I know we're with Kayla here. The one thing we want more than anything is a Bama dub in the Rose Bowl. We're going to talk about that a little bit tonight, as well as some other news. Yeah, BD, that's fantastic, man. Roll Tide, Irish Whisker. I love that handle.
Irish Whisker. I've got an Irish Whisker.
I used to have some.
Sounds like an
family that
ingrown
lived in
hair.
Littleton.
Like a slang for an ingrown hair, like an Irish whisker.
You got a little bit of an Irish whisker there.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. Whisker, you got snow on the ground there in Littleton? Probably.
Oh, I hope.
Probably.
I hope there's some fresh powder. Maybe a good 6 to 8 inches of fresh powder. Some powder hounds out there in Colorado.
No kidding. Oh, Roll Tide. Merry Christmas. Welcome in, Kevin James. How you doing? All right.
Roll Tide, everyone. Roll Tide, everyone. Thank you
Jeff,
for joining us on this Friday. 51 of you. Expecting a light number tonight. Everybody's still hungover from Christmas.
Yeah, you got some money and some gift cards. Can't complain with that.
That'll work.
I
got 4 Home Depot gift cards.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself, fool.
Yeah. All right. So you got a bunch of Home Depot cards. What was the best part of your Christmas this year, Jeff?
Oh, golly. It was probably my kids' reaction to their main present. They get, some knickknack stuff, and then they get a big one. And so seeing how happy they were.
That's great.
My wife and I don't do gifts for each other for any holiday, really. We just, if we want something throughout the year, we'll just get it.
Yeah, I get that.
It saves us a ton of stress and headache at Christmas. We got enough worrying about hosting, family, prepping food, getting the kids shopped for to be fooling around worrying about us. So we, years ago, she and I pulled the plug on that, and we've been stress-free about it ever since.
Fantastic.
So, if she needs something, she just gets it. If I need something throughout the year, I just get it. So by the time Christmas rolls around, it's like, what do you want for Christmas? A new Roomba. That's what I asked for, and I got one.
I got everything I want. So
from my mother-in-law.
I got some Omaha steaks, which I'm looking forward to. I think we're going to cook those up on New Year's.
Yes, I got some of those last year. I still got some in the freezer, but they got good deals around Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah, they do. So,
all right. You're right, Kayla. Hey, those of y'all out there that are stressing about this, adopt this principle, and you'll be surprised how sweet Christmas is.
Me neither.
Still didn't get my 1.5 million. I'm still waiting on that.
Where you at, Gatesman? You probably said it in the chat. Where you at?
I think Gatesman's around my area.
Dude, I'm down here.
Dude, yeah. Gatesman, I missed the show this morning. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's warm and hot all over the Southeast. It's a little weird this year, man.
I know it was like 74 and sunny on Christmas Day. I was like, I'm going to put my shorts on and go out and pull some weeds in the flower bed on Christmas Day. In December, we'll pull some weeds.
It's a weird feeling. But, well, some news this week. The news, I guess today, not really this week, is that, guess what, guys? I got something to tell you. Michigan did not get Kalen DeBoer, despite all the burners, all the people saying, hey, watch out, it's a done deal.
That's
Kalen
so fast,
DeBoer will not be the next head coach at Michigan. If you're locked in with the channel, you've known that for a while because
it's almost like we've been screaming it.
85 in Liberty Hill, Texas. That's crazy. Yeah, it's pretty warm down here too. Thank goodness we're supposed to get a break next week. It'll be pretty cold for New Year's. So
right. Lance is here, so the show can start now. We can really get into
all right. We can start talking Bama football now, Lance. Lance, we were waiting on you.
We were waiting on the thumbs up from Lance that he was in. So
the news broke today that Kyle Whittingham will be the next head coach at Michigan. You all know Kyle Whittingham, Utah.
The guy that just retired, Kyle Whittingham. He wasn't let go. He retired.
Well, I think a lot of people ran with that he retired thing. I think it was more he stepped away from that program. Obviously Michigan's a better job than Utah, but I don't know if right now Michigan is a better job. You know what I mean? With everything that's going on, I've said it several times. Michigan's not the same job it was 2 seasons ago.
Not even close.
No kidding, man.
Chris the Bammer. No, this is not. This is an inside joke from Chris the Bammer. No, this is not Jeff from Billingsley.
Could be. He can
no,
be.
It is definitely not. Our morning show that we're on, sometimes there's a caller or a guy from Jeff from Billingsley that calls.
I got you.
I had to clarify that when I went on the show that morning, but I was not Jeff from Billingsley.
My favorite part, man, about the whole thing is now that you've got Whittingham at Michigan, the narrative has completely flipped that, he's a good guy. This is the guy they wanted from the get-go, even though the majority were hoping and praying and on their knees for Kalen DeBoer. I saw one person kind of move the goalpost and talking about how Kalen DeBoer is not a good recruiter and he's not good in big games. They just completely changed the narrative because they lost. Kyle Whittingham could not be their first option. It could not be the first person that they wanted. Absolutely not. I do think DeBoer was probably very high, if not number one on their short list. I think he got told no. Him and what is it, Dillingham out there at ASU. Mm-hmm. But we've seen that. We've seen it a lot with the coaching carousel this season. There's been a lot of coaches turn down some pretty good jobs and saying, "No, I'm good, man. I don't want to leave my situation." It's very interesting to me. Oh yeah, I saw that too, Lance. Now they're saying they're going to get Courtney Morgan, who left Michigan to go to where Kalen DeBoer was. Freaking.
Now he's going to leave DeBoer on the verge of 2 top classes and the third one building.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And
suddenly he's going to be like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, that program's under sanction. God knows what's going to happen in the coming months with him.
Right. He left Michigan, his alma mater, to go be with DeBoer, like you just said. Now he's suddenly going to leave DeBoer. Okay.
Look, here's a matter of fact. You had one coach who was a lying cheater, and then you had another one that couldn't keep it in his pants, and boom, this is where you are. They destroyed your program from the inside out. You loved it. You
got a ring out of it. I hope it was worth it.
Yeah, you indulged in it at the time, but you're done for a while. Michigan is not that outside of a championship 2 years ago, they haven't really done much other than beat Ohio State. And I think that's going to change moving forward. You're done, man. That program is finished. There we go, Gatesman. Absolutely.
They're not going to be relevant for a while.
No, they're not. And, it's just funny, dude. it's just funny. I love that when Kalen DeBoer was hired, everybody was pointing the finger, laughing because they didn't know the name. And now, man,
dude, after that SEC championship game, he was a laughing stock.
Absolutely.
And suddenly he's off everybody's list. But laughed out of the room after that Georgia game.
You said laughed out of the room.
That was a terrible game. Oh yeah, sorry.
Look at there.
I'm saying he got laughed out of the room after that Georgia game. I mean, you couldn't walk down the street without getting something thrown at.
Yeah.
But suddenly he's advanced to the top of everybody's job list.
We did an interview, or I did an interview with Nick Kelly, and Nick Kelly was pretty adamant that there was a lot of smoke to the talk, at least from the Michigan side. But he said
definitely from their side.
Yeah, he was like, I don't know that is something that Kalen DeBoer even wants to consider, and the fact that Kalen DeBoer basically came out and Charlie Potter asked him about a week ago, hey, are you going to be the head coach of Alabama in 2026? And he said yes. And here we go.
This is what I thought. This is what I thought was that they were treading water, waiting for Bama's season to end whenever it was, and then they were going to make a major cash throw at DeBoer just to see if he would take the money. But they must have got wind that beat it. He's not taking the call whether we win or lose the Rose Bowl. He's not taking the call. He wasn't going to take the call even if we lost to Oklahoma, despite what everybody in national media, Damian Harris included, thinks that his job was on the line in that Oklahoma game. That was ludicrous. For 1 second, not for 1 second was his job ever in jeopardy.
Yeah.
And so it's stupid.
Yeah. And now you got Michigan fans pretending like somebody that they never wanted, walking it back. Joke's on them, man. Joke's on you.
I mean, it's just silly.
We knew, look, when he turned down the Penn State job, or I don't know that he was ever actually considered for that job, but when he made it clear that he would not leave Alabama for that job, and you look at what's going on at Michigan, if it was any other year, I might be worried. I might be concerned. I'll tell you right now, if Notre Dame opens up, Kalen DeBoer's name's going to get thrown around in that job, and that one will make me a little nervous. Well, absolutely. I don't think he'll leave, but I'm just saying it will make me more nervous than Michigan did, because Michigan is so obviously not a place that an up-and-coming head coach, which Kalen DeBoer is, wants to be. If you're going to leave, you're looking for an opportunity that's going to bolster the next stage of your career. Right now, Michigan's not that.
No. He's going to be the top of every job opening. Every opening that comes along next year, if he wins 10 games next year, which isn't a guarantee. Have you seen the schedule next year? Good Lord.
Yeah, that's right.
So all of the unhinged BAMs, me included, although this is not how how my mindset is, but Bama Nation that wants him fired every time he doesn't look like Saban. Newsflash, we're going to lose some games next year. Prepare. Look at the schedule. We're not running the table next year. Nick Saban ran the table twice in 17 years. So it's not easy to do. But everybody running with this narrative that his job was on the line in that Oklahoma game, and then again, now this Rose Bowl has anything to do with his job status is ridiculous. My point was that Michigan was going to throw a huge bag of cash at him whenever their Bama season ended.
Sure.
So they must have gotten wind that he was not interested. Seriously, stop calling me. I'm serious. I'm not telling you again. It's over. Stop calling me. And they pivoted to their 8th choice.
Yeah, we got a good question here. So why hasn't DeBoer signed an extension yet?
He hasn't earned one.
Yeah, I think so. I think you got to wait and see what's going to happen.
Why does he have an extension what has he done to earn an extension?
Yeah. His financial terms are pretty solid as is.
Yeah.
Now there's ongoing discussion about a possible extension, and there's been no finalized agreement, nothing signed yet. But we also have to understand you're right in the middle of a playoff run. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of incentives and things like that that are going to be discussed and talked about. And I'm with Jeff here. I need to see why we're going to give Kalen DeBoer an extension Does a playoff appearance automatically equal an extension at Alabama? Is that what we're saying, or do we want to see him?
At Arkansas, maybe yes.
First. Yeah. So,
but at Alabama, no. You got to do something to earn it, and being mentioned for another job isn't a reason to get an extension. Even though Jimmy Sexton has spun it this way, and he's done it for everybody else. Mike Norvell, how's that working out?
Yeah.
They got Matt Rule an extension at Nebraska. What?
Yeah. Army, I think Lance answered
the
question above. This is a Jimmy Sexton special, brother.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going on.
I'm not saying that he's not going to get one. I'm just saying that let's pump the brakes here. Let's not run out and just start throwing extensions at everybody just because somebody else wants them.
Yeah. Now look, I'll go ahead and tell you, if Alabama beats Indiana in the Rose Bowl and they're a semifinal team for the college football playoff, Alabama's got to look at.
Yes,
seriously, got to look.
That warrants a discussion. If he knocks off number one undefeated Heisman winner to make it to the semifinals of the playoffs, that's the kind of thing to earn an extension. Winning the first round game is not automatic extension. Yeah, you're 2 of 8. That's right.
Alex Wilder, how you doing? It's good to see you. Hope you had a fantastic holiday. Merry Christmas to all of you. We say Merry Christmas around these parts. If you don't like it, don't watch. Sorry, but actually, I'm not sorry. But Merry Christmas, man. This is
Merry Christmas.
I had a good Christmas, dude. I had a really good Christmas, and it's really exciting. Just kind of I don't know, just Alabama in the postseason. And then you've got this Rose Bowl game on the horizon, which I'm really excited about the matchup. I think
Me too.
It's a fantastic matchup for that venue.
Hey, we get a shot at number one Heisman winner. Like, what else do you want?
Yeah.
You come to Alabama to play games either as the Heisman winner or versus the Heisman winner.
Sure.
These are the games you come to Alabama to play in.
Excuse me. I want to hear Chat's take on this game because Alabama fans seem to be on one side of the fence here. You still got a class of Alabama fans that think this team is too soft to win anything, and you've got another side that thinks Alabama's going to be true. Okay, but
it may be. We may not win anything. It might be,
but you also have
the opportunity.
You also have a flip side of the coin that thinks that Alabama's going to run through Indiana because it's Indiana. I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm somewhere in the middle here. And
run through. We're not really a running football team.
Well, you know what I mean by run through. Just not
now. David Pollock going on saying that we're not nearly as physical as Indiana. That's a little inaccurate.
Oh, I love it. Keep saying it.
And whatever that goofball is said that Alabama can't get pressure on anyone. Not consistent. I mean, we haven't done it consistently, but I think we found a little something in the last couple games.
Yeah. So I've been talking about that in uploads, and I'm going to talk about that more this week. So if you're not locked in with the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss it.
Do it. These videos are good.
I think that if Alabama plays to their potential, we've yet to see Alabama put it together for 4 quarters in a football game yet. If they do, because they showed me something with Latsier Brooks. I know they didn't run the ball well, but they showed me something with Daniel Hill. Clint Lamb did a really good video kind of breaking down Daniel Hill's progression and in that Oklahoma game, how he looked like, he's starting to square his pads up downfield. And then they showed me something. Obviously, you got that vintage Ty Simpson back. But then they, like you said, Jeff, they showed me something with the pressure packages. And that has been lacking on the defensive side of the ball. In the SEC championship, they couldn't get within 4 yards of Gunnar Stockton. There was no pressure on that dude. I'm interested to see if Alabama pressures Fernando Mendoza, how he plays.
It's coming.
Well, I went back and watched, and he hasn't played under a lot of pressure this year because of the type of defenses he's played. They haven't been fantastic outside of a couple of teams. He hasn't played through a lot of pressure this year. So I'm interested to see if Alabama can generate it. How does he respond? And that's my big takeaway in this game. Alabama's got to pressure this kid and make him uncomfortable.
Absolutely agree.
If they can do that, I think Alabama's offense has the pieces. Even if it doesn't click for 4 quarters, they've got the pieces to score some points. This is a very good defense. I don't want to get it twisted. Just because it's Indiana, this is a very good defense. On paper, this is the best defense Alabama will see so far this season. I personally think it's Oklahoma, but
we've seen some pretty good defenses in the last 6 weeks.
Sure, absolutely,
Some pretty good ones.
But I just looking at it, I do think Alabama will be able to do enough on the ground to keep Indiana honest.
Mm-hmm.
If they can do that and they can pressure this kid, they win this football game, man.
That sounds like a great formula. My biggest fear with that are the Jam Miller carries. The wasted downs with the Jam Miller carries. I don't know that we can afford to waste 10 or 11 downs.
Perfectly fair.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it. That's the deal. It's 4 and 26. That's the two running backs are going to get the carries, regardless of production or lack thereof. That's just, it is what it is. Jam does other things well. Running is not one of them. Pass blocking hasn't been his strongest suit this year. He's struggled a little bit there, but he hasn't been the same since he got concussed. I hate throwing that word around so freely, but the production difference between him, because I thought he was really starting to play well when he got knocked out of that Missouri game, and then he's just kind of been a shell ever since. I think a lot of it's the scheme around him. We're not giving him gaping holes, but the plays that are there to make, he's not making them.
Yeah.
And
also,
Hill is taking advantage of that. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah,
no,
taking advantage of his opportunities.
You're absolutely right. Chat's pointing out something, and I saw this earlier today, and it's actually a very interesting stat that I think, Chat, correct me if I'm wrong here, but it's 70% of Fernando Mendoza's passing touchdowns have been against their unranked opponents.
I know.
Their offense has struggled. We saw it against Texas. We saw it against Ohio State.
Yeah.
You saw it against Penn State. I think that Alabama's defense, this ain't no scrub either, man. And I think that because Alabama plays that, they've been playing a lot of zone, which allows people to kind of put up yardage, not necessarily score touchdowns, but put up yardage. People don't understand how good this defense has been all season. They're opportunistic. They were very, very aggressive in that Oklahoma game. I expect to see that continue.
Yes, please. Yes.
Yeah. And so
the Oklahoma game was like a perfect painting of how to maximize this defense and this scheme with this personnel. And it worked to a T. Like we said in the post game, God, when we went away from the blitz and started playing zone, rushing 3, they scored a touchdown in 4 plays.
Yeah.
And then right back to it.
Yeah, sorry guys, not Texas. I was thinking of Ohio State because they just played in the Big Ten championship, and they did play Texas. So sorry, I apologize. Not Texas, but again, it still applies what I'm discussing. You know what I mean? But thank you, Larry. My bad. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, when we started blitzing Mateer, that's the antidote for good quarterbacks is you pressure them. Not everybody reacts well. Some quarterbacks thrive and can make quick decisions and play really well when they're getting pressured. Some guys don't. And, Mendoza might be the A, he could be B. We don't know. He hasn't gotten consistent pressure for a full game yet. He hasn't gotten what Mateer got for 3 quarters after that first quarter. Mateer was in a nightmare for the last 3 quarters of that game.
Yeah. And this is a good point because, Dolomite, I've looked at it on paper, and I've looked at, the offensive output, the defense, scoring defense, turnovers, rushing offense, rushing defense, total yards allowed. And Indiana, outside of, I think, passing offense or passing yards per game and a couple other stats, they lead the country, or they're ahead of Alabama in the majorities. They kind of got the edge there. But when you dive deeper into it and you look at strength of schedule, you look at the common ranking of opponents, their defenses and their offenses, Alabama's just played better teams this year all the way across the board. Now, the Big Ten's argument is going to be that the SEC kind of gets a bump because of, bias and things like that. And so you can't really, it doesn't matter what you say, they're going to tell you you're wrong. But I do think if Alabama plays a complete game, and they have yet to do it, so I'm not 100% sure. I don't have confidence that they can. But if they play a complete game and pressure Fernando Mendoza, they win this football game. I think they do. Don't forget that every team in last year's playoff that had a bye lost. That's correct, right? Am I remembering that correctly, chat? Every team that had a bye lost coming out of that bye week.
I don't know. Is this last year you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Look, there's something to be said there. It's a lot of time off, man.
Yeah, they've had 3 weeks off.
Yeah.
That's a long time to sit around and then have to play a team that's had basically been in playoff mode for a month.
Yeah.
And everybody's been kicking dirt on them. It's a tough. Indiana's in a tough spot.
So thank you. That's what I thought. Yeah, they are. And look, but I don't want to not give credit where they're due. Indiana is a very well coached football team. They're disciplined. They don't make a lot of mistakes. Fernando Mendoza doesn't put his offense in tough situations. He doesn't put his defense in tough situations. Signetti's a character, but he's a really good football coach. He's another apple out of that Nick Saban football coaching tree. But dude, I just feel like overall, if you look at the talent on the roster, Alabama has it, man. Now that hasn't always equated to W's all season, but you need, if this team plays its best game, they're capable of winning a national championship. But that's a big if, very, very big if, huge if. Jeff will be back in a minute. He had to do something. Don't worry about it. So like, where do they need to improve in this game, Jeff? Obviously, first and foremost is, I think they found a little something in the running game, not a lot, but take advantage of what you found, right? If you can keep Indiana honest, that bodes well for Ty Simpson.
I mean, it's out there. The formula is out there. It's whether or not we can execute it. We need. Oh man, I don't know. I don't want to get down 14-17 zip again and have to claw back there.
No,
that's a little bit much there. So,
but it's good to know this team can do it against that defense. I mean, look, Oklahoma's offense is abysmal. Alabama had no business losing to Oklahoma in Tuscaloosa earlier in the season. I think that showed up in that first round playoff game.
Yeah.
But Oklahoma's defense is legit. That might be the best overall defense in college football. That's a very, very good, well-coached defense.
Well, all the pressure's on Indiana too. I mean, we're playing with house money at this point.
Yes, absolutely.
We did.
Everything that happens from this point on is a cherry on top, man. It absolutely is. And where's the line on this one, Jeff? Have you looked at it? It opened up as a 7-point favorite.
6.5 or 7.
Did it?
I remember.
Bumped up to 7.
But then everybody started. I'm sure everybody jumped on that, and it'll come down some.
Yeah, just still the same. Yeah, total of almost 49.
You're right, Kat. Something got to be said about the level of competition. You know, when you grease your stats against subpar teams, when somebody comes and punches you in the face, you know, and you gotta answer.
That's why you got JMU and Tulane in the in the college football playoff. That's why what happened to them in the first round happened to them. Because yes, did they have good records? Did they look good on paper? Yes, but they're paper tigers, man, because of the level of competition. The Big Ten, they can toot their horn as loud as they want to. Yes, they've won the last 2 national championships. There's more parity in college football than there's ever been. But
that's a fact.
From top to bottom, the Big Ten is not a deeper conference than the SEC. It's just not. It's just not. So you have to take that into consideration. But is it something that you hang your hat on? No, because I don't want to be the kid holding with his finger in the dam saying, well, Alabama's played this team, that team, and that team. Indiana hasn't really played anybody. And then Indiana come out and smack Alabama, because that's possible if Alabama doesn't play its best game. If you watch Indiana, they look good enough to do that. Fernando Mendoza is a good quarterback. So, you know, you have to take it with a grain of salt. That's why I keep adding the caveat. And it's a big if Alabama plays a complete game, their special teams haven't been great. Connor Talty has looked better. The pass rush has been inconsistent this season. But again, to Jeff's point, they found something, I think, in the run game and the pass rush. If the wide receivers can help out Ty Simpson, Alabama can win this football game.
We can win even if we stumble in other areas. We just have to win the turnover battle.
Sure.
Just don't turn the ball over and get a little pressure. And I think you're going to force him into a mistake just because he hasn't had to deal with consistent pressure. And that's going to be the key, I think, is pressuring the quarterback. It makes everybody's job easier.
Yes.
And if we come out with 3 linemen playing 8 zone, I already want to start that way. I want to come out of the gates like, here's the plan. We're coming out swinging. We're not going to sit back and see how the game feels out and then decide if we're going to start pressuring.
Yeah,
let's come out with a plan 100%. And go.
100%. You found something. Those pressures, those packages worked. Keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. And you get LT Overton back. That's the point everybody's making.
Huge.
Now, Alabama's going to go into this Rose Bowl almost as healthy as they've been all season, if not as healthy as they've been all season.
That's true.
That does make a big difference.
Watch out. Keon Keeley's starting to feel a little something too. Maybe he's starting to click. Something starting to click with him.
Oh yeah, Keeley looked great against Oklahoma.
I mean, there's things that are lining up for us, and
James Smith is going to do what he did last year at some point in time, and he's going to pop off.
All about getting healthy and getting some momentum at the right time. Now that there's playoffs, and you just got to get in, and everybody's 0-0 now. You just got to get a little bit of health, a little bit of momentum, figure a little something out, and hey, you got something, and maybe we got something here.
Yeah. Now I will say it's Indiana fans are making it very easy for me to want Alabama to just absolutely drag the Hoosiers. These two teams have never played. I did not know Indiana. I was not familiar with Indiana fans' game on social media. I was at a store the other day buying some last minute Christmas stuff, and I hear this person behind me, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna kick y'all's ass," and I just kind of ignored them. And then this lady's like, dude, it's this little old lady. She's like, "Did you hear me?" And I turn and look at her, and she's like, "We're going to beat you guys in the Rose Bowl." I had my Alabama hat on backwards, and I was like, "Okay." Like, all right. Like,
sure.
Like, first of all, I'm pretty sure you're drunk. Secondly, like, put the eggnog down. Secondly,
put the eggnog down.
Chick,
the rum nog down.
Act like you've been in this situation before. Don't start talking smack out in public. You don't understand. SEC fans are a different breed, man. Luckily I'm a level-headed dude, but you say that to the wrong person.
Yeah, bad news. Yeah, there's a reason Indiana acts like that, Kat. A big reason.
Yeah. So sorry, I was reading chat.
Well, and Cuevas will be 12 days healthier. That's big. Having him just a little bit, just 2 weeks healthier could be a big deal. I think we saw how important Cuevas was to this offense when
he showed up.
Yeah, when he was not in the offense. Even if he's not, putting up Brock Bowers stats, the fact you have to account for him on defense opens up a lot of things. And then he's there on third down if you need him, if Todd throws in the ball.
Yeah.
And he's the best catcher of the football on the team. I'm not saying he's the best receiver, but I'm saying he's the best catcher of the football on the team, in my opinion. He has the best hands on the team. He naturally catches the football better than anybody on the team, in my opinion.
Yeah. Kat, that's a good point. I'll be interested to see if Alabama continues with the sugar huddles that they were doing. That really, they did that because after the 15 seconds, Brent Venables could not talk to his offense. And we all know there's tons of talk from other SEC coaches that they're really good at stealing signs and signals. And so it really kind of handicapped his ability to call in what Bama was doing. And it absolutely worked. And I'll be interested to see if they continue that. I've been harping for them to go fast all season.
Agreed.
So
I agree. It's a good plan. Almost like the 2-minute drill. Let Ty run the 2-minute offense the whole game.
Yeah.
He seems to be better when he's not having to overthink at the line of scrimmage for, 39 of the 40 seconds.
Sure.
It's just get him in that 2-minute drill. Simplify it.
Absolutely.
That's been a problem with Grubb at times. I think is too complicated. We're overthinking some things. Like 3rd and 1, and Ty, is checking for 30 seconds, and it's like we just need a yard here. We shouldn't have to go through every play in the playbook.
Yeah, I want to go back to that question and bring it up. I do. I do and I don't. This is a really good question because I think it's a mixed bag with what you're going to get from Alabama. You don't know what you're going to get from the Tide. So far, Indiana's secondary has been, on paper, elite this season. They are an elite secondary. They've looked really, really good. However, we're talking SEC wide receivers, some SEC speed, but I haven't seen anything from Alabama's wide receivers outside of Latsir Brooks this season that really screams speed to me. Now, obviously, the simple answer is Ryan Williams, but I don't know what's going to happen with him. Is he going to pop back up? Is he going to become his old self again? Is whatever's going on mentally with Ryan Williams, I absolutely hope. So. If he can step up and get out of his own head, I do think he poses a very serious mismatch because a lot of the focus is going to be on Latsir Brooks, Jeremy Bernard, and Isaiah Horton. If you get Ryan Williams rotating in there with Lottie Brooks, and he's having a game, he's having a day, I think he could absolutely create a mismatch there. Now, I think obviously the most in the receiving game, the most obvious mismatch is going to be Cuevas on 3rd down or even 4th down. That he's a safety blanket to Jeff's point. It's really big to have him back. Indiana's defense is, I think they're 18th overall in yards allowed. Alabama's passing game is good. It hasn't necessarily been explosive. So we'll see.
We've been what do you call it? Like we've been not dinking and dunking, but we've been like chipping, 15 play drives, 13 play drives, 10-yard plays, 8, 6, 10, 12, 8. We like you said, we hadn't had any explosive plays, and that's really been Ryan Williams has really been our only really explosive playmaker in terms of that kind of stuff, and he's completely forgotten how to catch a football. Like technique, everything he's just completely lost his mind in terms of catching the ball.
Now here's the thing that I think Indiana's secondary, they're not some of the highest caliber DBs in the country. What makes them so good is they're very disciplined. Okay, this is a very, very disciplined football team. Alabama has to figure out a way to take advantage of that. Maybe you do it through some trickery. I know Jeff probably doesn't want to hear me say that, but
just Alabama, to put Caden Proctor in a halfback, okay?
Yeah. Alabama has the talented pass catchers to do something here. They absolutely do. They can threaten them with quick timing routes, short to intermediate concepts. If they can get in single coverage, things like that, those kind of looks. I think Alabama would benefit if they could scheme Williams and isolate him in some space. Right? Yes. I really do. I think Ryan Williams, it works. He does his best work when he's in space, and he's got a little bit of opportunity there. I think Ryan Grubb, if he's worth his salt, will figure out a way to do that. Now it's up to Ryan Williams because he tried to do it in the Oklahoma game, but it's up to Ryan Williams to make the catch. So I don't think Alabama has a clear one-on-one receiver advantage over Indiana, but I think if Ryan Grubb's in his bag and these wide receivers are catching the ball, I think that their group, that wide receiver room, is better than Indiana's DB group. Just what I think.
I think you're right there. And we've been doing all this really getting not much from Ryan Williams in the past 7 games, really. Like you said, getting him in space, but putting him in a position where he can just catch the ball and run, and not where he feels like he has to leave his feet on every catch. That's a big problem with him. Is every single catch he leaves his feet. He jumps in the air, whether he dives, whether he just some of them he jumps in the air and tries to catch in his chest. And it's like those, probably don't need to jump. You're going to reach up and catch.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, that's a whole nother
jumping
issue.
is causing problems with him catching the ball by leaving his feet every single catch.
If
And
I
I'm
feel
like,
like with Williams and Lottie Brooks, if you, dude, just imagine back in the day, right? Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, right? You know, that RPO where Tua would hit those guys right across the middle and they're gone to the races. I feel like Ryan Williams has that kind of speed. I feel like Lottie Brooks has that kind of speed. I feel like they're capable of doing it. Ty Simpson's definitely capable of making the throws. It's just those individual things we're talking about, like, you know, not reaching out in front of you to secure the ball with your hands, you know, leaving your feet for no reason, things like that. So
that's what that just drives me nuts. And I'm like, stop leaving your feet. Like, you don't have to jump for the catch. If you have to jump to go rip it out of the sky, that's when you jump. But you shouldn't jump to catch the ball in your chest. Okay, that's not what jumps are for.
Yeah. Army, I'm going to give that. We'll give that on. Well, Jeff, are we going to do a live later this week? Maybe Wednesday night?
Because the game's Thursday, right?
Yeah. Oh, maybe Tuesday night. Do you want to do a
Tuesday? Because Wednesday night's New Year's Eve.
Yeah, let's do it
Tuesday night.
Yeah, we'll do that Tuesday night. So, guys, live show will be Tuesday night this week. We'll give our predictions to the game. We'll talk a little bit more about it. This is a really good question. We've talked about this before. Yeah, I think that they potentially have to.
Yes.
We'll see. We'll see. I will say that offensive line, there were a couple of busts in Oklahoma, but overall they looked a lot better in the Oklahoma game. This offensive line is going to be a lot healthier going into the Rose Bowl game. Cam Dewberry is going to be healthier. So, you know, don't write them off just yet.
But to answer your question, yes, there will be a new O-line coach next year. I'm 99% sure. I don't think DeBoer is going to run it back with this guy. Not after this year.
Well, Jeff, I know we're a little early tonight, but if we're good, I'm ready to go ahead and kind of wrap up, spend some time with the families, and you've got the Pop-Tarts Bowl tomorrow.
Anybody watching Stranger Things? We just hit the first episode of the newest batch of Stranger Things, so we're gonna binge watch those the rest of the night.
I probably will, but my daughter's here and she hasn't watched the other episodes that released earlier. So we're kind of stuck and can't watch it until she leaves tomorrow. So I'm hoping she leaves early.
This is interesting. This is interesting.
That is interesting.
I mean, Grubb's the problem with a lot of things. He's the solution with some stuff, but he is the problem with some things. That could be interesting. That could be interesting. Something's got to change between next year, though. We can't just run it back with the same, the same deal. They got to try something. Of course, we'll have personnel more suited for what they want to do next year.
Sure.
I hope you're right.
There's rumors out there that were created by content creators that he was fired. There's nothing substantial. I wouldn't be surprised if some of them were true, but there's nothing to substantiate. They haven't come out and made an announcement. So, as far as I'm concerned, no, yet. So, but
I mean, it's we'll see. We'll see, but I mean, I imagine there'll be some staff changes between this year and next year. That's usually the case, especially if we win a couple playoff games. You're already seeing Sheridan gone, Shepard gone.
There's going to be some more moves.
I mean, you're going to see some openings come up, which was always so infuriating at the same time as exciting when we would win under Saban, because you knew his staff was about to get poached. And the timing of it was always the week of the championship game. We would lose our coordinator or somebody like that, like 3 days or 5 days before the championship game. And it's just the timing of it was always crappy. But when you're winning, your staff's getting poached.
We can't become millionaires by cutting them short. Man, I still got my family in town, so I'm going to spend some time with them tonight before they leave tomorrow.
Family.
Oh, Lance, I know that you're my family too, but I'll spend time with you again on Tuesday night, okay? Take it easy.
Family.
You got in 45 minutes of my time. I love you, Lance. So, All right,
That's
guys.
true. That's true.
Again, if you're not locked in with us, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We got a live show coming up Tuesday night. Working on getting EG and Clint back on hopefully soon. They're both as busy as we are. So they've agreed to come back to the show soon.
They have agreed though. So they're open. We just got to find the right spot. But they have
to figure out schedules, but we'll get
we're
there.
going to get them back.
All right. As always, you know the drill. Say your prayers, read your Bibles, wash your hands, horns down, beat all.
Basketball Monday night, Yale. Coleman Coliseum.
Okay, cool.
I will be there in attendance. My son and I are going to that game. So
right in the middle of the outro, man.
I had to remind everybody to tune in the basketball game.
You're right. I stand correct.
Monday night.
All right.
Last non-con.
Read your Bibles. Merry Christmas. Wash your hands. Horns down. Beat Auburn and LSU and Tennessee 2. Remember the Rose Bowl.
We'll win.
Roll Tide, y'all.